Generally speaking, there are two aspects of real estate law. So if somebody says that he or she is a real estate attorney, it can mean one of two things. In most instances, I would say 80 to 90% of the time, somebody who holds himself out as a real estate attorney simply handles the transactional work involved in transferring one piece of property to another person. So the lawyer who acts in that capacity is usually referred to as a settlement agent. So this person will, before the buyer buys the property, he will make sure that the existing mortgage is paid off, the water bill is paid, and that all other bills and liens or any sort of problem that the buyer may have are cleared before his client buys the property. This is one of the least lawyerly aspects of the law. In fact, in most other states, you don't even need a lawyer to do that kind of work. The only piece of law that you get involved in is negotiating the purchase and sale agreement, which a lot of times can be frustrating, at least in my view, because so much of it is meaningless. It really amounts to nothing. The seller wants to sell the house, the buyer wants to buy it, and if the two of them were just left on their own, everything would probably be amicable and move along quickly and efficiently. When the lawyers get involved, however, it can drag things out. The lawyers want to add all these additional clauses to the contract, which really don't amount to anything. So that is one piece of legal work that the lawyer will do. However, like I said, it usually just adds problems to the transaction, complicates things rather than simplifying them. So another aspect of real estate law, which few real estate attorneys actually get involved in, is handling issues regarding the property's title. In other words, the ownership. So a lawyer who could be referred to as a title attorney who works with real estate title will either do title searches before the property is bought. So in other words, they will look at the legal history of the property and make sure that there's no problems that are going to arise for the buyer. Or they will actually get involved in litigation involving real estate. So this could be a boundary dispute, a dispute over heirs, an owner who bought property and then finds out after the fact that somebody else may actually have an interest in the property. Okay, and that is very much like the practice of law. So you will be filing complaints and motions and making arguments in court. And it's a highly technical area within real estate law. So if you're interested in doing that piece of it, there's only a handful of lawyers who do it, and you need to get into an office with them and learn from them. And when you do, your knowledge will be very valuable, not just to clients, but to other attorneys as well. All right, so if you're interested in real estate law, realize that there's two aspects to it. There's the closing end of it, which is very transactional, and then there's the title end, which is, like I said, very much a lawyerly thing to be involved in, highly technical, and in my opinion, very, very interesting.